Hey everyone, Greg Staley here, live from Blueville Collegiate School, and we have JC. He's somebody out here that was fined on May the 1st, and he's just here to tell us his story. So I don't know if we can get that in the background, maybe. Probably not. But anyways, so let's change camera here. I'm not smooth on these. I'm still getting used to this phone too. It's brutal. All right. So here we are. Showing that. So this is JC. So we're live. All right. So you were here. We'll just get this. Maybe that's better now. But we're at Blueville Collegiate here in Waterloo. JC reached out to us. He was fined on May the 1st for working out outdoors, is my understanding. Just walk us through that day and kind of what you were telling me before.
Yeah. So Blueville, they've got a community fit park at the back of their thing that's open for the community to use to stay healthy and active. There's no signs of closure on it or anything like that. Says it's open 24 hours if you look it up. I've been going there for since the weather's been great now for a few weeks, just because gyms are closed. I have a personal training business that I started, which I can't run right now, so I still need to keep myself active in my mind. With all this lockdown stuff, keep myself mental, basically. And fitness is the way I do that and keep healthy. So I've been coming here for, like I said, for a few weeks now. Whenever I come, there's always people here of all ages. I've seen families with kids playing and exercising, elderly people out. It's a nice community area, and I think it's really helping everybody cope with what's going on. Unfortunately, this Saturday I came here with two other of my family members, and partway through our workout, and I was almost pretty much done anyway, but partway through, I guess someone had called bylaw on the group that was there, and they showed up and told us that we had to leave. A few of us had questioned why, because I guess we're supposed to be allowed to exercise outside, which is clear in the bylaw, and parks were supposed to be open still, parks and playgrounds, which it's a Blueville, the fit park. It's there for the community to exercise and kids to play on.
So that was actually something I wanted to get across. So
Yeah.
fit parks were new to me. Actually, I hadn't known that, but it's an outdoor fitness area.
It's like a play area for people. You can exercise, kids can play on it and stuff like that. I believe they opened one up at Victoria Park last summer because with everything going on with COVID, I think there's one there as well. I just found out about. And when I looked it up, I think they just started it last year to help people cope with all this stuff. So anyway, so we're there, and our understanding is that we were allowed to be there, so we were questioning him on it. He didn't seem to like that we weren't leaving automatically and just obeying. So he then decided he's going to call in for some extra help, and another bylaw officer and a Waterloo Regional Police officer showed up, at which point pretty much everybody was already packing up. Some of the people had left. I know a few of the people now because I've become friends with them, because there's a lot of people regularly there, like I said. And a couple of them I saw leaving as they were getting in the car. I didn't notice that they were getting stopped by them, but I did notice the officers video recording them, and their car looked like their license plate. I was kind of riled up in my mind and just not in the state that I wanted to go driving. So me and my two other family members that I came with went for a walk around the block, basically, to calm down and just chit chat about what just happened to us. Like, we can't believe this is Canada, and I can't even work out outside, right? So then I decided to go back to get the car because I'd kind of calmed my nerves down. The officers were still there. At that point, it looked like everybody else had already left. I went up there, waved at the officers, and they basically then approached. We talked to each other, and he told me I was going to be charged under the emergency orders for not complying. At that point, I questioned why, as we're allowed to be working out, and he basically just said because I was there exercising. I wasn't allowed to be there exercising, basically, is what he said. For him, his definition of exercising was if I was there walking through the trails there, that would be okay. So basically, he made up his own definition of what would be considered exercise, which it's not right? It's such a broad thing. So I stood up for my rights. I was very polite with them, but in the end, I ended up with an $880 ticket, which is now the onus is on me to have to defend myself in court for trying to exercise outside in Canada. It's just ridiculous. Then the biggest kick in my face was today. I woke up 2 days later, and right out front of my house where I live, there's a production crew from Toronto that had come down, and they're filming a movie right in front of my house. They have the street blocked off in the area. They've hired the Waterloo Regional Police officers, the off-duty officers, to come and for traffic control. And there's a bunch of people that were out there filming a crew. And don't get me wrong, I think that's great. It's going to help the community there, bring some attention to the community and exposure. But everybody should be allowed to be out. You should be able to go outside. I'm getting ticketed for doing that, but yet they're okay coming in from another town. And again, I believe everybody should have the freedom to move around right now. And I think the lockdowns, they need to end. Like, they're not working. We're the third one now.
I believe it's the third. It feels like the never-ending lockdown.
Yeah, exactly. So, and quite frankly, just fed up with this. I mean, it's obviously not about our health anymore, right? It's totally.
How does that hit you as a personal trainer? Does that hit you different when we talk about health? Because obviously you understand the implications of kind of locking people down, not being able to get out to the gym. I come from a mixed martial arts background. I have friends that are at pro fighting age, and they're watching their career years trickle.
Yep.
And that's just tip of the iceberg, but you're somebody who's in with people trying to better themselves all the time, and this has been a major roadblock. So what's that mean to you, all these lockdowns?
I mean, it's heartbreaking seeing this happen for these people. Like I said, they've got some of my
You want to walk up, maybe?
Yeah, we'll go this way.
The traffic's getting a bit much, eh?
Yeah, some of the clients that really need this, they need the exercise. I'm only doing this part-time. I also have another job, which all my hours have been cut to one shift a week. So I basically been taken down from to almost zero income right now. I tried to apply for the stuff, but don't know whether I'm going to be getting it yet or not. But yeah, it's horrible. I just started my training business in 2019 as well, so it's taken a big hit. Luckily, I didn't jump full into it, right, as a full-time. Otherwise, I'd be just basically done right now. Right?
So you've been fortunate in the sense that you didn't jump both feet in, and
I've got two kids, two young children at home. I'm homeschooling them now with everything that's going on. So it's not easy. I mean, I make do. I'll always I'm a survivor, right? So
right,
but still, it's not not fair what's going on.
Do you plan on fighting the fine going forward?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I do not feel guilty at all, like 100%. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts on that. So.
Yeah, so if for everyone watching this, look up the outdoor fit parks, Blue Vale Fit Park specifically. They're supposed to be open 24/7, and it's outdoor fitness equipment, and that's where you were when all this happened. So is there anything you want to say if you had a chance to, I guess we'll just end it, if you had a chance to have the ear of the premier right now?
Well, health is important. I mean, all these different rules for different classes it's not fair. It's unjust. This is Canada. We need to get back to our true north, strong and free, right? And fitness especially is proven to be effective in fighting off diseases and keeping people healthy. So being outdoors, I'm not doing this stuff indoors. It's outdoors. It can be done safely. People there, there's enough space for everybody. So there's no reason why you can do that. I mean, kids' playgrounds are open. And the kids are allowed to go play on the playgrounds there. So I don't understand why at the fitness playground park there, we're not allowed to be doing that. Like
Well, and one of the biggest comorbidities that seems to be involved with COVID is obesity. So it's just to limit health doesn't make sense. And I'm not preaching to myself at this point. I'm somebody who could use getting out to the gym again. But no, I really appreciate you taking the time to tell your story here. And I think it's one of many that are going on. So everybody, thank you for joining us with JC. Is there any plugs you want to on your personal training? I know you said you kind of want to leave it out, so I'll leave it up to you.
I just wanted to bring it to people's attention, just like how unfair everything is that's going on. People really need to start speaking up. If you have stories like this, reach out, so that more people can know, and kind of, we gotta, if no one talks about this, write to your, I guess, is it premiers and your people in office in your regions and stuff like that, and let them know your concerns, that we need to open back up, and yeah.
Absolutely. And I appreciate you reaching out. If you want to reach out, more stories like this, Diverge Media will always take stories like this. So if you're in the Kitchener-Waterloo area, sorry, I'll switch this out here. If you're in the Kitchener-Waterloo area, we'll always take stories like this. I kind of like it. It's kind of like what? Speaker's Corner? Like CTV used to do those way back in the day. So Speaker's Corner, if you have a story to tell, we want to hear it. People need to hear these stories and understand what's happening in their own backyard and get outside of the bubble that's on the couch. Thank you so much for joining us with JC. Thank you.